Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra. With me is Shail Bhatnagar, and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Well, again, it's been a volatile Monday thus far. We've seen a lot of choppiness through the course of the day, and right now also, if you look at the kind of move that we are seeing, it's a 0.5% decline for the Nifty, 24,658, 110 points of a loss right now for the Nifty. Let's also look at some of the other key parameters, which is on the back foot today. IT stocks are definitely down by 0.8%. Metals have lost their sheen. That's about down 1% odd or so. The Nifty Bank is absolutely flat with a negative bias. Autos, FMCG, oil and gas, infra stocks and the financial services have all also slipped into the red. On the contrary, what is keeping the markets from stemming lower is the Realty pack, which is now up solid 3%. It was up about 1.5% when we started off the trading session, and it's moved to the high point of the day. A lot of gains are coming across the board, especially on stocks like Macrotech Developers, which has shot up substantially despite the kind of returns that we've seen all across this year for Macrotech. 3.6% higher. Oberoi Realty is nearly up 7%. Prestige Estates, Mahindra Life Spaces, these are the pockets that are actually buzzing very sharply in trade. In fact, when we had opened the show, it was Raghavendra who mentioned that he's positive on real estate space for today and seen a substantial move. The broader markets are also in thick shape right now. Top movers include names like Dr. Reddy's, 1.9% higher on the Nifty. IndusInd Bank, Eicher Motors, Bajaj Finance as among those top movers. While on the downside, you have some of the Tata Group companies that have slipped. TCS, Titan, both have slipped lower. Along with this, we have UltraTech Cement, BPCL and Adani Ports also losing some ground in trade. Good afternoon to all our viewers and good afternoon, Shail.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dig a little deeper into the market as to where a lot of activity is coming. And all you have to do is look at HUDCO. Now, as I have been telling you since mid of last week, that the pre-positioning of the budget space is taking place, and three companies on the government NBFC side will be making a lot of money for their investors. One of them, of course, HUDCO, now 5.7% higher at 258.9. Apart from that, in the PSU space, look at the move that is coming in on IRFC. It is down 0.33% today, but please keep this on your horizon. These are stocks that move in bursts and spaces. So IRFC, HUDCO and of course IREDA. These are the three stocks that you need to keep in mind from the government NBFC space. IREDA today down 0.25% at 216, 217. These stocks are retreating from their most recent highs of 221, but these need to be kept on your radar. Apart from the fact that insurance is in top form, our finance ministry reporter Karishma just broke a story on how the government is now looking at reducing or cutting GST on non-life and life insurers, and therefore you see both government insurers, NIACL and GIC Ray in top form. The meeting for that is December 21st, so please keep these two stocks in mind. And of course, in top form are now defense counters. Look at how Mazgaon Dock has moved today, 2.9% higher, 49.92. Apart from that, the intraday high for Mazgaon was 5,052. Bharat Dynamics about 1% higher, 1272. A bit of a profit booking happening from 1285. Then you have Hindustan Aeronautics, Garden Reach and of course Cochin Shipyard. Both of these stocks had seen a very sharp spurt in early morning trade. And then of course you have the other railway space that is doing very well, which are the wagon makers. Titagarh, JWL, which is Jupiter Wagons, and of course no stopping Tex Rail as well. So keep this broader election budget build up that the market is now seeing. Sakshi.
Right. That's absolutely how the action is panning out. We will be now waiting to introduce to you two of our guests who will be joining us shortly. First, it will be Kiran Jani, Head of Technical Research at J&M Broking, who's already joined in with us, and later it will be Brijesh Singh. Warm welcome to you, Kiran, and thank you so much for taking the time out. extremely choppy trade in the session today. What is it that you're advising at this point in time on the index? Should one stay away and just focus on stock specific action right now, or do you think this is going to improve?
Good afternoon, everyone. So after Friday's movement, definitely for index, it going to be a sideways or we have to wait and watch. But overall, the way indices has moved last week, clear-cut retesting has happened with successful price follow buying also. So we are suggesting buy on dips definitely. If you look at the Nifty price chart, Nifty anywhere between 24,600 to 24,500 would be the accumulation zone. Keep a strict stop loss below 24,200, and we can expect 25,000, 25,200 at least by this expiry or a first week of January. Coming to the Nifty is far better than the Bank Nifty as of now. Looking at the price pattern, the price is trading above its all important moving averages, and it has also retested its previous breakout level. So definitely there are very good chance they, in a Bank Nifty we can see somewhere around 54,500 to 55,000 by this month end. And during this time, definitely some of the private banks, you look at Kotak Bank doing very good. So we are hoping that Kotak Bank can help Nifty and Bank Nifty both to move from here. So definitely we are very much bullish on Nifty, Bank Nifty both, and stock plus indices both we are expecting to go.
Okay. 2:39. We have about 20 plus 30, 50 minutes of trade left, and the recoveries from the intraday low of the Nifty have been substantial, although the index is still down about 91 points. But hectic activity is happening in the textile space. Please keep an eye out on counters such as VTL, which is Vardhman Textile, a strong show happening on that one, 1.7% higher. Rajasthan Spinning and Weaving Mills, this is an integrated textile play, 5% higher, 217.2. Ambika Cotton, something that Sakshi and I often discuss, much to my disadvantage, 4.3% higher at 1755. Then you have Rupa and Company showing a 4% uptick. Himmat Singha Seede, this is a stock I have marked since 150 rupees onwards, now 226.25, 2.6% higher. And of course, the likes of AYM, Syntex, HP Cotton, as also Arvind Limited. All of them are in top form because of the problems that are being faced by global buyers in Bangladesh. So the theme that is running across the textile space is that more business from Bangladesh will come to Indian shores. Look at how Donier has moved. This is again a textile company, 20% higher. Look at how Shriram Silk Mills is moving. For the last 4 sessions in a row, Shriram Silk Mills has added somewhere like 65% from a low of 750 all the way above 1100. So these are the kind of rallies that are happening very fast and very quick in the textile space. Brijesh ji, anything within textiles that you like, any counter that you could highlight for our viewers? Okay, Brijesh ji will be joining us shortly. Let's throw that question to Kiran. Kiran ji, anything in the textile space that catches your fancy?
Overall, if you look at the textile stocks, Arvind Limited looks very good. Look at that current market price. Arvind Limited has given an earlier breakout from inverted head and shoulder pattern somewhere around 380. And from that level, as of now, Arvind Limited is trading at 430. Recently, it has also given a breakout is consolidation top, which is somewhere around 420, 415, which has been top since for last 3 to 4 months. And now the stock price is trading above that. So clearly we can visible a fresh breakout on Arvind Limited. So one can go long at current market price or any dips towards 410, 420 would be the buying zone. Keep a strict stop loss below 400 and we can expect price target of somewhere around 500 to 550. So definitely Arvind looks very good at current market price.
Kiranji, what is the reason that you believe is behind the strong move of the real estate sector today, and where would you want to chase the momentum? In the F&O space, at least, Macrotech is about 7.5% higher. Oberoi Realty about similar, 6 to 7% up. Hoodco is up by 5.5–6%. Prestige Estates is up by 5% as well. So the entire space is in thick momentum. First, what is the key reason for this fresh bout of momentum that's emerged across the board, and would you chase this?
So definitely, the way RBI has cut down the rate, real estate sector is getting fueled definitely for the next round of rally. We have seen from July or from June to July month, all real estate sector made a top, and from that particular price, we have seen a price corrections also. Now there are a number of stocks which have tested is 200 days moving average, and from that prices started recovering that correction phase or a price correction. We can see that price is also trading into the rising trend line or higher top, higher bottom pattern only with multiple reversal pattern. So in this pattern, Prestige Estate looks very good. However, today only it has moved. But looking at the price chart pattern, stock price has crossed its all important moving averages. And the way it's moving as of now, definitely we can expect price target of Prestige somewhere around 1950 to 2000 in upcoming time. So at current market price or any dips towards 1840, 1850 would be the great entry price. Keep a strict stop loss below 1780 and you can expect price target of 1950 in upcoming time. Another stock which we are like that is Macrotech, or you can say Lodha. If you look at the price chart of Lodha, it's clearly showing us double bottom pattern breakout on daily price chart. It's a big rounding bottom pattern and double bottom pattern breakout visible on Lodha. So at current market price or any dips towards 1440, 1450 would be the great buy on Lodha. You can keep a strict stop loss below 1300. Keep it as a positional stop loss, and you can expect price target of 16 to 1700 in upcoming time. So Lodha and Prestige both are looking very good.
244. The last 45 minutes of trade begin as far as markets are concerned. A lot of internet stocks, internet related themes are doing very well. Affle 5.1% higher, 1868. A fresh lease of life for Paytm. Life starts again above 1000 rupees. 1008 for you, actually 1010 now, 2.6% higher. And of course, there is no stopping Nykaa. This is a move that has been coming for days, and it's doing pretty well when you look at the stock itself. And Sakshi, look at Swiggy. In fact, Swiggy is the third most active traded counter on NSE today, 9% higher, 580.2. You mentioned that Swiggy has started a fresh line of business. And apart from that, look at Zomato, 2.2% higher, 294.65. Before we get to Sakshi, let's get Kiranji's view on Zomato. Most likely, you will see a record high over the next 5 or 6 trading sessions. The stock has paused a bit and is now trying to move higher. Kiranji, right. Zomato.
So looking at Zomato price chart, definitely the inverted head and shoulder pattern we can see on daily price chart, number one. Number two, prices is trading above its all important moving averages. And lastly, recently, whatever the fall comes, the momentum indicator never goes below its selling zone, or we can say a negative zone. And from that particular neutral zone, now the momentum indicator showing us some strength also. So looking at RSI, looking at moving average and price structure, definitely, as you mentioned, that we can see record high in a day or two. So one can go long at current market price. Any dips toward 280, 285 would be the long trade only. Keep a strict stop loss of 270 or say 75 odds, and you can expect price target of 325 to 340.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as Zomato is concerned. Let's again dig deeper to see what else is buzzing in the markets. Apart from the real estate space, a lot of action unfolding on the mid and the small cap space as well. So let's pull up some stocks from there. So you have a lot of interesting names in the small cap list. 5-star Business Finance from the NBFC space is up 6.5%. Affle India is up 5.5%. Keynes Tech is now jumped up 5%. It was Dixon Tech that was in news in the morning, and both these stocks have moved up higher. 7100, another digit in on this one too. ITI, Amber Enterprises, again from the EMS space, and then you also have data patterns that's buzzing in trade. A lot of other interesting names also that are following suit. But let's ask you, Kiranji, between Keynes and Dixon, where do you find more conviction at this point in time?
Which stock we are discussing?
Keynes Technologies and Dixon Technologies. So Dixon Tech today in the morning, it announced that it signed an JV with Vivo to manufacture smartphones in India. That shot up. It's been holding up with about 5% moves with strong volumes. And Keynes Tech, which often sees a movement in tow with Dixon, is again up about 5%. So between these two, how will you take your pick?
So definitely there are stock which we are liking is Dixon Technology. No doubt a runaway rally is going on daily price chart. So as of now, we are not about to chase this particular rally, but any dips towards 18,000, 1850, 18,500, that would be the entry price where you can enter into the Dixon Technology. Keep a strict stop loss somewhere around keep a strict stop loss somewhere around 18,000. If 18,000 is not broken down, then we can expect price target of somewhere around 19,000 or maybe somewhere around 20,000. So Dixon Technology looks very good. You can go with the Dixon Technology.
Okay. 249, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shift focus and look at some other stocks, Sakshi, that are hitting record highs. Okay, all-time highs is what is there. Afcons is now a very good candidate for further upticks. Remember, this is a newly listed IPO which was very sensibly priced. Now, Afcons today is 3.5% higher. About 346 crores worth of transactions have happened. Look at Padamji paper, 227, 16.3% higher. Paper stocks are in an uptrend for the last 2 or 3 sessions. Let me mark some stocks apart from the one that I have just mentioned. Andhra paper 6% higher, 106. Imami papers 12.4% higher, almost 127. Ruchira Orient paper about 5% higher, Quantum 5.5% higher, and of course the top brand in this space is West Coast paper, 4% higher, 603. Ladies and gentlemen, all paper stocks, most of them are trading at single digit PE, and of course come to life when we talk about budget, and therefore these run-ups that have happened have come up after fairly strong corrections. Let's get Kiranji into the conversation and try and find out his view on paper stocks. Kiranji, any favorites here?
Yes, so there are 2 stocks which we are liking. One, as you mentioned about the West Coast paper. Reason being, if you look at recent correction, the West Coast paper is not went below its previous breakout level, which is 520, 550. From that, recently we can see that stock price has started moving up. It tested its 20 days and 200 days moving average at higher level, somewhere around 620, 650. From that, again, we can see some price correction. But on Friday, we have seen reversal candlesticks pattern formation on daily price chart. Today, the follow-up buying with the volume. And on RSI, we can see clearly hidden bullish divergence. So at current market price, a low risk trade is available on West Coast paper. So you can go long at current market price, keep a strict stop loss of 570, and we can expect price target of somewhere around 650, 660 in upcoming time. Another stock which we are liking in paper, that is JK paper. JK paper is already, we have suggested to our clients in the morning. Reason being, inverted head and shoulder pattern breakout, we can visible on JK paper. With that, you can also see falling trend line breakout, momentum indicator again getting back into the bullish zone with volume. So JK paper is also looks good at current market price. Here also low risk trade is available. Keep a strict stop loss of 450, and you can expect price target of somewhere around 520, 530 in upcoming time. So definitely JK paper and West Coast paper both are looks buy.
Okay, got that. So that's another buzzing space right there. How are you looking at the railway space particularly right now, Kiran? Are you looking at stocks like which were the erstwhile favorites, stocks like Jupiter Wagons, maybe Tex Maco Rail or Titagarh Rail right there? Anything that catches your attention within that pack in the railways?
In railway, Tech Rail is our favorite pick. Again, a disclaimer point of view, we are holding this particular stock since long time and still we are liking this particular stock. If you look at the Tech Rail, clear cut, you can see double bottom pattern breakout is happening over there. Stock price is also trading above its 100 days moving average, and since last 3 days it is consolidating. With that, if you see last 3 days when price is coming down, volumes are also dropping. So there is no attraction when the price is going down. And whenever the price is going up, volumes are happening. So it's a clear cut long build up we can see based on the volume study. Also that you can see the RSI where the RSI is also trading into the bullish zone. So multiple reason one can go long on Texmaco at current market price. Keep a strict stop loss below 215, 210, and you can expect price target of 260, 65 in upcoming time. So definitely Texmaco looks very good.
Please send a message.
Right. So that's as far as the railway space is concerned. How about the defense pack? Since both of these spaces have again started to recover from their lows that they've been seeing in the recent consolidation, and these are the only pockets which garner most of investors' interests with respect to budgetary announcements are concerned, and we've been discussing as to how probably a pre-positioning is happening in these two pockets. Along with railways, are you also positive on stocks like maybe a Mazagon Dock or a Cochin Shipyard, GRSE, with the way they have recovered in the last 1 month, about 25% odd or so? Is there much more to go?
Yes, definitely. So Cochin Shipyard is on our radar. Reason being, here you can see clear cut cup and handle pattern breakout is there. No doubt, stock price has a resistance of its 200 days moving average. But looking at the current market price and looking at the current setup, a falling channel breakout has already been given on daily price chart. And the way the stock price is moving, we can expect some fire move upcoming in upcoming time. You can also see some good amount of support. We can identify somewhere around 1550, 1560 level. So any dips towards those level, Cochin Shipyard is a very good buy. Keep a strict stop loss below 1500, and definitely you can expect price target of 1900, 2000 in upcoming time. Apart from this PSU, we prefer to go long on IRCTC. Already sales are discussed about the railway pack where we are seeing some interest is coming. So similarly, IRCTC looks very promising. Falling channel breakout is there. We can see a lot of consolidation already happened since November month to till now. The last Friday, we can see a hammer candlesticks pattern with support of 20 days, and today the follow-up buying coming and the price is trading over its 50 days moving average also. So looks very much promising. You can go long at current market price with the strict stop loss of somewhere around 820, 825, and you can expect price target of 900 very soon. So yeah, definitely we can go long.
Fair point. 2.55. Now the last half an hour of trade starts. What else is moving? I can't see anything apart from Hutco. So we'll keep that on your radar. In terms of volume breakouts, let's look at a company called Datamatics. A strong move coming in on Datamatics, which is based on not only a volume breakout, but a price breakout as well. Let me get the Datamatics share in front of you. 676. This is almost 7% higher, 6% higher definitely. And we have an all-time high of somewhere like 754. So please keep an eye out on Datamatics. A new wave has started today. What else would I like to mark? Spark. This is the Sun Pharma research outfit. The stock has moved very, very strongly at 235, up 11%. Let's get Kiranji into the conversation. The all-time high for Spark was somewhere like 450 rupees, which we saw in April of 2024. Kiranji, this is a new move that is coming in. How do you rate Spark on the charts?
So as you mentioned that stock price has made a high somewhere around April 2024 of 440, 455. From that price, we can continuously see stock price was making a lower circuit only. And then recently, the lowest low which we have marked is 190, 198. And from that level, stock price is into the consolidation zone. But today, we can see some fire move with volume is happening. After I can say 3 months, so September 10, the Spark was trading somewhere around 230, and after that September month today the stock price is trading about 230. So it's a clear cut 3 months, 4 months consolidation pattern breakout is there. With that, we can see falling channel or falling trend line breakout is there. Definitely, we can see rounding bottom pattern also. So multiple bullish pattern is breakout seen on daily price chart. With momentum indicator is also in bullish zone. So one can go long at current market price. If price keeps sustaining above 230 level, then you can expect prices to touch somewhere around 260 to 70 level, where the multiple gap we can see on daily price chart. So if you are going long at current market price, keep a very strict stop loss below 220. If 220 is held, then we can definitely go to, we are going to see 270, 280 kind of a target.
All right. Okay. We'll keep an eye out on Spark right there. And Kiran, we'll thank you on that note for being with us on this special edition to share with us all your thoughts and ideas. Viewers, as we enter into the last half an hour of the trade today, we'll also now welcome Mr. Brijesh Singh, Senior Technical Analyst at Stock Axis now to join in with us on the show. Brijesh ji, warm welcome. Good afternoon to you. Tell us what is catching your attention in this market where the benchmark indices are continuing to reel under a lot of volatility and choppiness, but below the surface there are several pockets that are trying to outperform and continue to build on momentum. What is the strategy that you're adopting, and any key stock ideas that are on your top focus today?
Good afternoon, Sakshi and Selji. See, overall trend of the Nifty, I would be saying it's in the consolidation zone. No doubt the previous swing high of 24,705 has been broken, and after that Nifty made a high of 24,792. The previous swing high of 24,857 is a hurdle, or I would be saying a minor resistance. I feel that Nifty is just taking a breath in the before breaking that level on the higher side. So 24,400, 24,500, this is the support zone. Resistance by 24,870 followed by 25,100 is the resistance zone. If I consider with the bank Nifty, it's been considered right now, it's been trading at 53,630. Support lies at 53,100, 53,300, 53,100, 53,100 zone. Regarding with the higher side, it's been considered 53,900 followed by 54,200 is the resistance. So both the indices are consolidation with the trend is still on the buy side. Individual stock, if you ask me where the buying is been looking for stocks like if you look out the reality packs where the buying has been there. So in that overall reality comes in the play where the buying is being seen. So in today's session we have seen stock making the high of 2281 zone, and it has crossed the previous swing high of 2193. So present rate can be used to take a long position in it. Stop loss wise, suppose one wants to play, then keeping a stop loss 2100 around. Present rate can be one can take a long position for the target of 2600. Regarding with the stocks like FL India, where the buying is being seen. So if someone had a view of a short term play, in today's session also we have seen stock making a 52-week high of 1884 zone. So present rate can be used to take a long position with a stop loss of 1750, play for the target of 2060. Both the stocks time frame would be at least for 1 week.
Okay, a strong move coming into cement counters. Look at the two top players. UltraTech has hit a record high, and that is a lot of likelihood that Ambuja Cement will see better days from now on. Sir, Brijesh, namaste, and a very warm welcome to you, sir. What do you suggest in terms of cement and a view on Ambuja? It's a very high beta stock.
So as you have said, the stocks in cement have been moving, and we have already known that the rally from the October-November onward, the rally goes up to the March and April onwards. Regarding with the Ambuja Cement is been considered, we have seen a pullback rally from a level of 453. Now, whenever such thing happens and the stock or index trades below the 200-day moving average on the daily chart, it tried to catch that level when they are making the double bottom formation or triple bottom formation or hammered or dodgy sort of candlesticks. We see that thing, and that what had happened. Now this level of 584 is an immediate resistance. Trend has been for the pullback. We just require a volume breakout, or I would be saying till this stock doesn't break a level of 553, a trend for the pullback would be on the higher side. As soon as 584 breaks, then we can see stock going towards the level of 615, 655. These are the zone where the resistance lie. So pullback rally can be used. I'll take an eye on another stock also. If you we look on the cement, that is the Star Cement. Star Cement, from last one week onward, we have seen volume breakout, price breakout also. Now it's been consolidating, 223 around zone. So for a short term bet, it's been considered. Present rate dip can be used to take a long position. Keep a stop loss of 215 zone around, or say 212, and then play for the target of 256.
Okay, got that. A lot of move coming in strong on the broader markets. Mid caps are doing well, small caps are also doing better in trade right now. Brijesh ji, would you catch the momentum that is being generated in the mid and the small cap space anywhere beyond the real estate space which you marked? Anything else also looks attractive to you in the mid and small caps?
Polyplex looks good on the chart. A rounding bottom formation has been there. Stock has been consolidating. Today's session, day before yesterday, Friday session, we have seen stock touching the previous swing high, and from there again we have seen a pullback. That was a 1358 zone. So that level can be used to take a long position in it, and play for the target of someone has a view of 1 month to a 2 month time frame, then play for the target of 1690 or even 1770 can be seen on Polyplex. Then there is one more counter where the stock can move up significantly, and it has given a flag breakout, and we can see more upside in coming days. That is black box. Volume breakout has been seen in it. In today's session, it has been trading at 694 zone. It has a deeper support, two support. One support lies at 640, another support lies at 675 zone. So if someone has a view for a very short term, then keep a stop loss 675 and then play for the target of 740 or 45. But I prefer that, at least since the momentum is of the stock, the beta is very high. So keep a stop loss of 640 and then play for the target of 820, 825. So
305, ladies and gentlemen. Sakshi, we haven't discussed auto ancillaries for a very long while, and we have Motherson. This is a stock that you and I have discussed many times. I remember 213 or so. Let's just see what's the all-time high. Yes, it's 215. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a very nice correction is over. Let me just tell you the extent of correction that has happened. Okay, one moment. From a high of 215, we have corrected all the way down to a low of 161, which is about a 25% correction. Brijesh ji, what are the medium term charts of Samvardhana Motherson telling you? Is the worst behind us?
The stock had started its rally from March 27, 2023, when it made a low of 61 rupees 11 paise. From there we have seen higher tops and higher bottom formation. After that, November 20th onward 2020, there was a one-way rally. It is trying to hold the 50-day moving average on the weekly time frame chart. So 157, 155 is a level to watch keenly. If it doesn't break, then we can see a pullback rally towards the level of 192 followed by 220 zone. So I'll say that taking the contra call, and since 5 week onward, it has not broken the 155 or 157 odd level. Present rate dip can be used to take a long position, keep a stop of the 155, play for the target of 192. That is the first target which I would be saying. And if that thing breaks, then on the higher side, then the next level to one will be 220. So I feel that we can see a pullback really towards the level of 192 followed by 220.
Okay, got that. Brijesh ji, new age tech space, does this interest you? Zomato is soaring higher. Today, even Nykaa is outperforming 3.5%, 4% up. In the morning, it was delivery that was garnering more views as well, more traction as well. How are you really looking at all these three kind of stocks within the entire new age tech basket, or anything else also that comes afresh onto your radar?
So Zomato has been considered. I feel we have spoken from a level of 148 or 178, and we were been talking long back that the stock had the potential to go to 290, and after 290, then the next level to watch would be 340. So Zomato chart, if you look out, the stock had made the inward head and shoulder pattern, and that indicates the target of 352 on the higher side. Right now it is trading at 293. Present rate can be used to take a long position, keeping a stop loss at 275. Play for the target of 320 followed by 350. I feel that 350 can be achieved. Regarding when Nykaa has been considered, as I always say, whenever a stock or index it breaks the 200-day simple moving average, and on the daily time frame, and when they try to make a base or a double bottom or the triple bottom or the dodgy candlesticks or the hammered candlestick, and after that with the volume, it would be trying to touch the 200-day moving average. So right now, Nykaa, we have seen a 165 odd level, 2-3 times the stock has taken the support, and now is trying to touch the 200-day moving average that lies at 179. So I feel the risk reward ratio in Nykaa is not that much. If it trades below 170, keeping a stop of 165, then one can play for the target of 179 or 180 odd level. And if 180 breaks, then 193 or 195 would be coming in the play. So I feel that Nykaa should be avoided. Even in the Dell delivery, if you check it out, the stock made a base at the level of 315, and after that we have seen stock touching the 200-day moving average, and now that's where the resistance has been lying. So in all the three, whether that be Dell delivery or Nykaa or Zomato, I say that Zomato charts are much stronger as compared to all the three has been considered.
Okay, got that. So that's the view as far as the new age tech space is concerned. That is clearly that's buzzing, and the key pockets right there that you can definitely keep an eye out on. We were discussing with Kiran also on Dixon Tech and Keynes. I wanted to take that question to you in a broader consumer durable space as well. Something that Shell has time and again highlighted on the show as well, that this space is garnering traction and will garner more so with the incoming of LG Electronics IPO. Do you also think there is a fresh wave of momentum that could be generated here? One should take some timely action. Any key stocks that could benefit clearly?
Already the stock is in the secular bull run, and that secular bull run started from the March 2023 onward. Just see the chart of the weekly time frame, and you'll know the answer that it has made a parabolic curve, and still that the stock has not been not giving any chance of lag of that where the momentum has been loose. Any corrections comes with the volume. Say suppose X is a volume, and the buying would be of 2x. So that indicates the momentum is still strong, and it can go further up on the higher side. Now, there are multiple support also. If someone wants to play Dixon, previous swing high of 16,000 has been broken. That is the first support on the downside, followed by 17,200. That is another support. So I'll say that keeping a view at least for 3 month to a 4 month or a 6 month time frame, one can take a long position in it, keeping a stop loss of 17,200. On the higher side, it has a resistance at 22,500, and if someone has a view of 1 year plus, then keep a stop loss of 60,000, and then play for the target of 25,000 or even 30,000 can be achieved in this time.
Hmm.
312, ladies and gentlemen. Let's sort of now keep out in our mind the record highs that have happened in the market, where we were buffeted by terrible volatility on Friday, and the index is down 100 points, the main index. Okay, let's look at all-time highs. This is something that should attract a lot of attention. So we'll first mark the real estate stocks, and this is Oberoi Realty, 2255, 6.5% higher. One of the finest real estate names that has come out of the small market of Mumbai. It's doing pretty well, 6.5% higher. We've discussed Dixon Technologies, Keynes Technologies, and HBL Power in great detail since morning. We'll ignore that. I mark Naukri on a regular basis, again fresh high, 8804, and Naukri is always accompanied by Coforge and Persistent. Very, very strong and secular moves coming in here, as also software company eClerx. So this is the four spaces that are looking at as far as the internet and tech space on the mid-cap size is concerned. Today's latest entrant is UltraTech Cement, and this has come on the back of last week's consolidated and common view by the industry. All cement makers decided to raise prices simultaneously to the extent of 10 to 30 rupees per bag, and that has brought in good cheer for a sector that is going through a lot of consolidation and a squeeze on the margin. HCL Tech and Vedanta are two stocks that can be looked at, and of course keep an eye out on the ratings companies. CRISIL record high, 5801. Look at CARE ratings, look at ICRA as well, they will follow suit. Sakshi.
Right. Let's look at the broader markets and see what can we pull up then from this space as well. It's interesting to see Swiggy, that's now up 11.5%, a very solid move coming in on Swiggy. We were just discussing the new age tech space, and look at how this one has really moved up sharply. 593 now, 11.5% higher. It's at the day's high level. 593.5, that's the kind of move that we are seeing. ब्रिजेश जी, स्विगी पर क्या लिखता है? इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव आने के बाद अब 600 का लेवल तो बहुत करीब है. 550 तक के टारगेट्स तो हम बहुत लोगों से देख ही रहे थे, वो क्रॉस हुआ. उसके बाद अब हायर टारगेट्स भी कई ब्रोकरेज हाउसेस दे रहे हैं. आपका अपना क्या अनुमान है? जिस तरीके से वैल्यूएशन में गैप था जोमेटो और स्विगी में, वो बहुत तेज़ी से बढ़ता चला जा रहा है.
देखिए ओवरऑल ट्रेंड तो पॉजिटिव है. आवली चार्ट में देखेंगे तो ऑलरेडी इसने एक बेस बनाया था 500 का, और उधर से उसमें जो खरीदी आई है वो वॉल्यूम के समय खरीदी आई है. अगर आप आवली चार्ट देखेंगे तो जैसे जैसे प्राइस ने मोमेंटम अपसाइड का लिया है, वैसे ही वॉल्यूम ने अपसाइड का मोमेंटम लिया है. एक एक कैंडल स्टिक जो 1 आवर की है, आप उसको अगर आप नोटिस करेंगे एंड यू विल नो दैट द मोमेंटम इज ऑन द बाय साइड. प्रीवियस स्विंग हाईज इसके ब्रेक हो गए थे. प्रीवियस स्विंग हाई जो 568 के थे, उसके ऊपर दूसरा 573 का था, वो ब्रेक होके ऊपर की तरफ ड्रिफ्ट कर रहा है. शॉर्ट टर्म के लिहाज से मैं यही कहूँगा 573 578 का 2 अच्छा सपोर्ट है, आप उसका एक स्टॉप लॉस ले सकते हैं. और जो ऊपर के टारगेट निकल के आ रहे हैं शॉर्ट टर्म के लिहाज से, अगर किसी की एक हफ्ते की लिहाज से व्यू है तो 640 तक के भी लेवल आप देख सकते हैं स्विगी में.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, 14 minutes left. Sakshi, I think the pain point in pharma continues. My apologies, FMCG continues. Apart from one stock which is Reddy, there is pain all around. United Spirits, 3% lower, 1467.35. Dabur, 0.6% lower, 509.5. This is how the two are moving towards the close of play. What also has slipped, you are seeing profit booking in Motherson Sumi Wires. This is the subsidiary of Samvardhana Motherson. now flat at about 62.67. Carborundum Universal 1.4% lower, 1310. And in terms of stocks that have seen a lot of profit booking, let me mark Jay Corporation 6.4% lower, 349.45. You have profit booking happening on a company called let me just not take these names. These are from the SME space and unnecessarily people get stuck. But let's look at stocks like Fairchem Chemicals, 20% higher at 995. So the stocks that have hit 20% circuit today are Alpha Geo 448, very strong volumes, 22.4 crores. Donier Fabrics, something that I've marked earlier, 161 rupees, 36.8 crores worth of transactions. Fairchem Organics, again 20%, 48.4 crores traded. And of course, Tips Films. Sakshi, Balaji Telefilms, Tips Films, all of them doing very well. These are all OTT platforms. You've been watching all of them over the weekend. Now see the impact that is coming on stock prices. Tips is at 636.4, and of course Balaji Telefilms. This is something that I had noticed early morning. Fresh move, 92 rupees 50 paisa higher, at 50 paisa, up 11.6%. This is something that we don't track, but the most recent high of Balaji Telefilms is about 200 rupees that we saw in 2017, and the all-time high was very, very substantial, 350 rupees that we saw in 2007. So new lives coming back to Balaji Telefilms and of course Tips Limited. Sakshi.
Absolutely, and for Tips, particularly in the last 1 month, the surge has been substantial, 33% odd in the last 1 month itself. That's how this one has really moved. We'll keep an eye out on this as well. Let's see what else is buzzing. Again, some of those textile move that we can see again, Siaram Silk, Donier, all of these stocks are also coming back into flavor. Brigeshji, have you looked at the textile moves over the last few days? Anything that looks promising here?
The textile move has been starting from last 2 weeks to a 3 weeks time frame, and whether that be the textile machinery as well as the textile also. So in that VTL looks good. Vardhaman Textile, we have seen stock breaking its recent swing high of 488. Now it's been trading at 556. I feel that the stock, there are two support zones for it. One is 515, that is the first support zone, followed by 537 or 541 can keep. Suppose someone wants to pay a long side, present rate dip can be used to take a long. 540 should be the stop loss. Immediately resistance line at 595, 600 band, and if that thing crosses, then the next level to watch would be 680. So VTL is in the counter. The momentum has been strong on the buy side.
Okay, got that. It's 3:20. Just the right time, Brigeshji, to take BTST, STBT trades from you for tomorrow. We are 100 points down now on the Nifty. Which way would you be picking up stocks from, BTST or STBT?
देखिए साक्षी जी, मोमेंटम तो स्ट्रॉन्ग है बाई साइड की तरफ ही. नो डाउट इंडेक्स की अगर हम देखेंगे तो जैसे मैंने कहा कि ये कंसोलिडेशन है, और आप खुद दोनों जो आप बता रहे हैं, देखिए रियलिटी स्पेस पे आपने बात की, वो मोमेंटम है उसमें, टेक्सटाइल, केमिकल, यू नेम इट. So अभी भी still buying is been going on. So we have to be on the buy side with where the momentum has been lying, and in that also where this sector and the leader. So like if I talk about the reality में दो stocks नजर में आए हैं मेरे, where buying can be done. Brigade is the first stock, 1294 around one is been trading. 1281 can keep there as a stop loss. 1320, 1325 is a level to watch. Short term it can move up to 370 also. Another counter to watch at the BTST would be Hudco. Hudco is next pullback has been seen, and it is in the trying to more on the higher side. 258 around it's been trading. One can keep a stop loss of 254, play for a target of 268, 272. There is one more counter which one should have a look. That is Prestige State. I'm not talking about the BTSA, but for the short term, it's been considered. If we draw a trend line, it is eager to break that trend line and move up on the higher side. 1830 around, it's been trading. It has a support at 1770 zone, and if it breaks and move up, President can be used to take a long position. Then on the higher side, 1970 and 2070. These are the two levels which one can see in coming days. So one can keep eye on Prestige State also.
322. The last 7-8 minutes of trade is what seems to be on the anvil. And Sakshi, I can't remember the last time we spoke about BHEL. There is some activity on the charts, and 247. Let me just see what was the most recent high, which was 335, and the most recent low is 211. That's a nice correction on this one. Brijesh ji, no volume, but anything that your charts tell you?
तो शैलेश जी, अगर आप देखिए स्टॉक हायर लोज बना रहा है, जैसे आपने कहा कि 211 दैट वाज मेड ऑन 25th of October. उसके बाद का स्विंग लो एक और बना 218 दैट वाज ऑन 21st of November. उसके बाद में अभी रिसेंटली स्विंग लो बना फ्राइडे को दैट वाज ऑफ 237. So this is the swing lows which are been making on the higher side. Only thing is that if we draw a horizontal line, 255 around the resistance lies, even the 252 around is a 200-day moving average. I feel that we might try to break 252 or 255 and move up. So and 237 should be the stop loss, or 235 one can keep a stop loss. And if it breaks 252, then take a long position in it, play for the target of 274. And if that thing breaks, then I feel that the pullback rally can go up to the level of 290, 295 also.
Okay, got that. So that is something that we can definitely keep an eye out on. Let's again pull up any newer spaces that Brijesh ji can definitely share with us his views on. Brijesh ji, PSU banks for you, 0.5% of an uptake, and it is across the board 1 to 3% kind of gains being seen even in the second rung PSU banks. Do you think they are getting ready for another upcycle now?
Yes, they are still on the buying side, whether that be Union Bank, Indian Bank, Bank of India, or Bank of Baroda. But I'll speak two stocks which are looking good on the chart. That is Union Bank right now. 128 around it's been trading. So if for a short term bet it's been considered till stock doesn't break 200-day moving average that lies around 225. So keep 223. So keeping that thing as a stop loss, one can play for the higher side. The first level to watch would be 138, 140 zone. If that thing breaks, then 148 would be coming in the play. Second counter where the buying is being seen with higher lows formation, that is Indian Bank. So Indian Bank also is on the buy side, 582. Only thing is that swings are very high. It is a high volatile counter. So keeping that thing in the mind, 555 is a support, a deeper support I have been saying. So it's not at the present rate, but if it trades somewhere around 570 to 575 zone, one can buy in it with a stop loss of 555. And on the higher side, it has a resistance 610. If that thing breaks, then 645, 650 will be the another level as a resistance being considered.
4 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at how prices are moving now. I'll mark a couple of indices where action continues on the long side, although you have a modest bout of profit booking continuing to hit the Nifty and the Bank Nifty. Okay. Nifty Realty Index 3 percentage points higher, 1117. Nifty 50 100, Nifty Midcap 100, and Nifty Small Cap 100. All of them are in the game. So you might get a feeling that the main markets are in corrective phase, but there is, Sakshi, absolutely no stopping our friends in the mid cap, small cap, and the alpha 50 space. Pharma index is 0.5% higher. PSU banking index is 0.4% higher. Next 50, Nifty is also doing pretty well. What's in pain, and we don't have to be worried about at all. Nifty IT index, 0.7% lower, 45,645. This is the top loser today, but barely a scratch on Nifty IT. Nifty Energy Index is down 0.6%. And in the NSE 500, the advanced decline is better, favors bulls. 260 shares are in the green versus 238. A very, very strong bull trend in now the Nifty Realty Index. Out of 10, 9 are in the green. In the Nifty Alpha 50, 35 out of 50 stocks are in the green, and the advanced decline in the mid caps and the small caps also favors the bulls. Sakshi.
Okay, some macro data coming in, viewers. We'll keep an eye out on that too. This is as far as the November trade data is concerned. What we have seen is that the trade data has indicated slippage on a year-on-year basis to 3,211 odd crore rupees this time around, from 3,375 odd crore rupees in the same year, in the same month last year. Trade deficit has increased from 2,131 odd crore rupees recorded in November of 2023 to 3,784 crores in the month of November for 2024. Exports have come down, whereas imports have risen. That's the number that has really come in. That is again going to be one point of concern that the government will need to address as we inch closer to the upcoming budget, as to how to reduce the trade deficit and improve the state of exports back home right there. So we'll keep an eye out on that too. Just 1 minute to go. Brijesh ji, a word for tomorrow. Where should one keep an eye out on tomorrow? Brijesh ji, are you on mute?
Yeah, sorry. Still the momentum is on the buy side. Small cap, mid cap are the counter. In that also, if you look out textile stocks, textiles followed by textile engineering stocks, one can keep eye on that. Realty stocks have started moving up, keeping that thing in mind. One can keep eye on that, as we have discussed. Brigade Enterprises, Prestige Steel, these are the stocks where the buying can be seen. Cement stocks, no doubt UltraTech had moved up significantly. Keep an eye on Star Cement where the buying is seen. These are the few sectors or industries where the buying has been seen. One can keep eye on it and they can make a money in it in the short term movement. That is been considered.
Okay, got that. Thank you so much, Brijesh ji, for being with us and helping us navigate through the market moves. Viewers, we've ended Monday's session on a lower note on the Nifty, 120 points of a cut. That means a 0.5% of a decline, 24,647. The Nifty Bank has done tad bit better. It slipped although, but down 0.1% at 53,489. The key sectors that stemmed the fall were clearly the real estate space. The action was there. The top moving sector with 2.9% moves. Broader markets also garnered strength, 0.7% higher for the mid caps, 0.6% of an uptick for the small caps. So definitely outperforming the benchmark indices by a wide margin. Consumer durables, pharma, PSU banks were some of the other pockets that gained strength, whereas autos and private banks, just to save the blushes, managed to end above the flat line. But metals, IT, oil and gas, infra stocks, FMCG, these were the pockets that dragged in trade. Top movers on the Nifty, Dr. Reddy's, IndusInd Bank, HDFC Life, Bajaj Finance, and also Power Grid. On the lower side, you had Titan down 2%, Hindalco, Tata Consultancy Services, Tech Mahindra and Hindalco as among those stocks that dragged by over 1% on the Nifty. In the F&O space, again, it's the real estate show strong. Oberoi Realty, 7% higher. Macrotech, Housing and Urban Development Corporation, so that's HUDCO, that's also up and about. But on the downside, today we saw some profits being taken off in the F&O space on Angel One, 4% lower. Nalco, Adani Green, Adani Energy Solutions, Escorts, Kubota, these were the pockets that in fact were down in trade. So markets have adjusted 100 points lower. 24,668 is where we have shut shop. We'll see how the markets really move forward from tomorrow onwards right there to see how the momentum continues. Stay tuned with us on Business Today. There's a lot more for you to really track beyond the market coverage on Business Today television too.
OpenAI has just dropped another bomb a couple of years after changing the AI world with ChatGPT. This one's called Sora. Sora is OpenAI's text-to-video generation tool.